Hello, my people. How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. So, still on the vocational school matter. If you've been here with me, I just normally talk about these vocational schools, and then I'm like, okay, especially when the application periods are upcoming or they are ongoing. But I'm really dwelling on this because I realized that most of you have been scammed when it comes to vocational schools. I received an email about a student who paid up to 5,000 euros, yes, to come study in a vocational school here in Finland. I've talked about it here that vocational schools in Finland are free. Yes, there are those vocational schools that have decided to partner with some educational consultancy firm or companies that are in charge of this. So that way, some of them come as like pathway students. All right, so that way you pay for the courses, you do part of the courses wherever you are online, and when you're done with some number of credits, you can now move to Finland. That is different. I'm talking about those of you that would just get in touch with I don't even want to talk about education experts because some of them are not, they are just lying, and then they ask you for 5,000 euros for a program that is completely free, and then you give them the money. At the end of the day, there is nothing to show for it. So please, I want to call your attention to this. Do not give money to anybody. If you are applying for pathway studies or vocational program, that is like you have to apply through a partner. They have a website, a genuine one, because all of this, like these scammers, they too have websites. Okay. And the best thing for you to do is always contact the school in question. Even if you are applying through a partner, always contact the school to be aware, okay, are you partnering with this person or this company? Are you open for admission? Okay, before you go ahead, don't just see a website and they are telling you you can apply to this vocational school, you can pay 5,000 euros, 2,000 euros, your admission is sure. Please do not do that. I just want to make this clear before we proceed. Okay, so that's one reason why I'm talking about vocational schools lately on my channel. The second is that the funding for vocational school have been cut off. It has been reduced, as in reduced. So some of these vocational schools are not they are not offering programs, especially programs that have to do with like English taught programs that have to do with international students coming from abroad. So please make sure you check. For example, I was going through the Savon Amati website. They used to have this programming completely in English, and you could see from the website. I'll just put screenshot here for you to see what I'm talking about. They put it there that please, we don't longer offer um, English taught programs. It's there. So that's why I advise you to go to websites and check, because don't just see study in Finland for free, no fees. All you need is like it's even contradictory, because why are you saying study in Finland for free and then you're taking money? They will tell you the money is for the paperwork, blah, blah. No, when you're moving to Finland to study for free, it means that it's for free. You're not paying anything. You're not paying anything. All you need to do is when you come here, you pay your house rent or whatever, take care of your day-to-day expenses. And if you are supposed to purchase textbooks, then you are going to buy that. But they are not taking money from you from like while you are still in your home country. No. So please be careful. All right, so I also want to talk about Baria. All right, it's a big vocational school here in Finland that people talk about, and a lot of international students also have gotten admission to this vocational school, and they have upcoming application in August. It's between August, towards the end of August and September this 2025. So if you're interested, I'll leave a link in the comment section for you to check out the different programs. Mind you, the program in social and health care, it's partly in English. So they have about 4 programs, if I'm not mistaken, that are partly in English. Partly in English means that you study both in Finnish and English, but they have just one program, engineering program, that is completely in English. So I am doing this, like trying to let you know that not all English qualification are entirely in English. There are some, but now they're incorporating Finnish language into it. And I won't blame them because of um the employment situation in Finland. There are some, if you can't work in a restaurant or as a cook entirely in English. Yes, you can, sorry, you can, but you cannot have different, options when you're looking for a job. That's what I'm trying to say, because when you are a waiter or a waitress, who are you attending to? Mostly Finns. Okay, all right. So obviously you need to speak the language. So it is good that when you're taking some of these vocational programs, it's also good to incorporate Finnish language in your studies. So that's what they're doing, and I think it's a win-win for international students. The most important thing is, if these programs that are partly in English and Finnish, if they allow international students to apply proving their English proficiency and not Finnish, then it's a good one, because you'll be able to move here just with the Duolingo or whatever method with which they do the um, English evaluation. So that way you already move here, and then you can now study in Finnish and English. But if you're supposed to have, let's say, A2 or A1 Finnish language skills from abroad, it may be difficult and tricky as well. I talked about this during my last video. So if that's the case, and you know that your Finnish language is like zero, and you are not ready to kind of like polish it in order for you to have at least A1 before applying, then there's no need for you to apply, because they will test your English language skills. All right. So Vivaria has upcoming application towards the end of August to January to September 2025. And some of you may be thinking like, this is like we are still in February. No, please make sure that you go through the programs and their requirements and make sure you have them ready. And when the application period opens, immediately the application period opens, please apply immediately. Why am I saying this? We have cases where application period was still ongoing, all right, 3 days, 4 days, 2 days into the application period, and it was full, and they had to close it because they couldn't take more students, they couldn't take more applications. All right, so it's good to have everything ready so that once the application period open, you'll be one of the first students to apply. All right, now some of you have been asking me about what can make you stand out. With vocational schools, they prioritize work experience, even when it's not one of the requirements. All right. So there's something they always say: it is not a requirement, but it will be of great value. So, for example, if I'm applying for a program to become a cook, I have prior experience as a restaurant cook, or prior experience as a waiter or a waitress from my home country, and I have a work certificate or employment letter or a recommendation letter stating that I've been working as a waiter or a waitress for this period of time. That will boost your application, so they know that, all right, you're actually interested in this profession, but you've not had kind of like how will I put it, you've not have a qualification, an official qualification for in this profession, but you've been working in it. So that is the reason why you now want to get the qualification. So that will make you stand out, because they are doing a lot of on-the-job learning. So they'll like to work with students who already have like prior knowledge as to what to do. So now you're just coming here to perfect it in that sense. So it will make you to stand out. There are some vocational programs that will ask for the work experience, all right, in that field. So when we talk about work experience, it's not about you just have like you have worked. No, did you work in this field? That's what will make you stand out. Now, for the Duolingo test, it is not a matter of you, if you score high, it will make you stand out. No, they don't consider that. As you should have a Duolingo test which is a requirement to test your language skills. So once you have it, then that's all. As long as you don't have the minimum below minimum, so you must have from the minimum, the required minimum upwards. So if you have more or high points, it's just they just want to know that your English skills is good. It will not add to you any point. All right. So it's the same thing like if they're asking for someone to present height, make sure you have at least 6 or 6.5. Then if you have 8, it doesn't give you the chance, like it doesn't give you more points. All right, when it comes to the application. Remember, it's not about as long as you have 6. If 6 is the minimum, you have 6. You are the two of you. You are eligible. All right, for this application. I don't know if I put that correctly. So, but in vocational schools, the work experience may boast it. All right, and also it's how you express yourself and also present yourself when it comes to experience or when it comes to your knowledge about that field. When how you express yourself in the motivation letter also can make you stand out. Please don't think about Duolingo test will help you stand out. No, it won't. Unfortunately, it won't. You just need to pass it. That's all. The things that will make you stand out is your motivation letter, how you present yourself, how you sell yourself, how your knowledge about the profession already, that's your work experience. So those are the things that will make you stand out, not the Duolingo test. That's just for language. Okay. Now you may be wondering, um, what are the chances of you getting admitted to these different vocational schools? Unfortunately, sadly, I want to let you know that it's slim. It is because, like I mentioned, vocational schools are not offering all the English dot programs this year or next year due to the funding issues. So obviously, we'll have more applications and less people will be selected, and the few that will be selected, they will be scrutinized, like they will make sure they take those that are up there, but that shouldn't discourage you. Do not say, I'm not going to apply because I'm not sure I have what it takes. Please apply. Remember, it's all about how you sell yourself. Once you meet all the requirements, as in English language skills, you have work experience, you have all that is needed, please apply and sell yourself and add prayer to it and let God do his things. So do not just say, I'm not going to help apply. Vocational schools, they are not easy to get. Yes. Remember, I when I was talking about my story on how I became a certified teacher in Finland, when when I applied during the first year, I didn't stand a chance. Like I got rejected, like I wasn't admitted, and I was so sad. It was so sad. I had to send an email back to the admissions office to Hagahelia Vocational Teacher Education program. I had to send a message to them like, what happened? I want to know why I wasn't admitted. And they explained everything to me. In Finland, that's possible. They explained everything to me. Then I gave myself about 1 or 2 years to actually get more points, to do something that will get more points. So by the grace of God, I got to work in a vocational school before the next application period. And that alone gave me 10 points. So that was when I applied and I was admitted. So some of these things it's not about, oh, they don't want me. No. It's also good. It's not about you just applying. No, you have the right, especially now that you're paying application fee. See, this year, God forbid, but if you are not admitted, send a message. Not that you start insulting them all, just send a message that you would like to know why. It's good because when they explain, they'll give you the explanation. Okay, you don't meet this criteria. Yeah, you met this, but the problem is you're supposed to have this. Because for mine, they were telling me, yes, you have the teaching experience from your home country, but that was in upper secondary school. Now we are looking for experience in a vocational school. And I was also told that if I could take some short courses also, that way it will give me like 5 points. If I, let's say I want to take Finnish courses or any course, as long as it's a course, even if it's ending, I'm ending 2 credits or 3 credits, I should do something like that. So they actually explain everything to me. So at that time, I was ready to take different courses, but by the grace of God, I got the opportunity to work in a vocational school. So that just gave me 10 points. I was like, okay, no need to take the courses. So sometimes when you ask them, they will explain it to you better. And then you re-strategize and try as much as possible to do some of the things or get some of the requirements that were missing during the last application. And then you reapply again. So please do not give up, especially if you are passionate about traveling abroad and studying a particular program. Do not give up, even if you are not admitted the first, the second time. If you have never done this before, I'll advise you to do that. Write the admissions office, send them an email, tell them you were really looking forward to this program and you really want to know why you didn't get in, so that during the next application you can do things the right way. That's a good tip, right? Okay, so if you have been watching me right up to this end, thank you so much. I'm giving you a thumbs up already, but I also want you to give me a thumbs up for telling you and giving you all this amazing information. I don't know if it's amazing, but I think it is. So please like this video, share with your friends, subscribe if you're new here. My name is Tabi Emilia. I talk about schooling in Finland, immigration, and above all, the current happenings in Finland, because there are so many happenings in Finland that I don't even have the time to talk about all of them. But I will make sure I give you the most important information that you need. So if you're planning to move here as an international student, if you're planning to move here to work and you just want to know about what's going on in Finland, I'm also available. So please subscribe and spread the word. Okay. Now, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for watching. See you when next you see me. Bye.